This is podcast Coffee People in Middle East by Irina Sharipova. Here I speak with coffee professionals in Middle East, how to grow in the coffee industry, about glory and failure, and also I take opinions about coffee culture, personally from coffee people. Hey everyone, my name is Irina Sharipova. I'm in the coffee industry for 10 years already, now doing QC and education part in Roast Story Roastery in Dubai, UAE. And I'm doing this podcast because this is the best way to know the people behind the industry and understand why the coffee market in Middle East grows, the good and bad sides of the coffee jobs, and why people stay in this industry for ages. Thanks to our sponsor, Brewing Gadgets Company, which is based in Dubai, the biggest warehouse of coffee equipment. And if you're really into coffee and you need any coffee equipment to buy, go straight to their website, brewinggadgets.com, or directly to the warehouse and be ready that they have everything what you need for professional or home brewing. We start the 6th episode, Coffee People in Middle East, with Kiah Parangue, the famous host of the coffee competitions in the UAE. Undoubtedly, you've seen her in every coffee event. Moreover, recently she won UAE Lavazza Barista Championship, and she will represent UAE in Italy. Kiah, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, Irina. Thank you.
Of course, I'm curious about your coffee career. And could you please tell us the whole path since the beginning? How did you decide to work with coffee and what is your position right now?
Yeah, sure. So, I think I've started working in coffee since 2017. And at the beginning, I was hired as Mr. Khalid Al-Mula's secretary for Coffee Museum. But then right away, because I have an events background, so my previous job here in UAE is I work with a advertising company and we do events for pharmaceutical companies, so like product launch like this. And then he asked when he interviewed me, Mr. Khalid interviewed me, he asked, "Oh, you have an events experience?" I said, "Yeah, I do events." And he asked me, "Can you handle coffee event?" And I told him, "Yeah, I think so. I can handle it. I haven't handled it yet before, but I have an events background, so maybe I can." And then I started immediately I think a few months after he hired me as his secretary, he asked me to handle the registration for the 2017 National Barista and Latte Art Championship.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's where it started. And then at the very beginning, I really don't have any idea at all about coffee. I don't know how to make coffee. I drink 3-in-1 coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was and then one turning point was when a customer asked me, because we have a barista at Coffee Museum, and then there's one customer asked me, "So you work here but you don't know how to make coffee?" Because I started few months, and that made me realize, why don't I know how to make coffee, and I'm working here. And then at that moment I started off I'm always at the literature area at Coffee Museum. We have a literature area there full of books about coffee, facts about coffee. And then I just started reading. So, and I'm watching videos about coffee, how to prepare coffee. And then I asked the barista there to teach me at least. And then luckily, Raha came to our lives, and Raha is also a trainer. So Raha is my first mentor in coffee, and she really, I think 80% of what I've learned in coffee is from Raha. And we were together when we're doing the National Barista Championship year 2017. And then from that moment, it just eventually grows. So, and I'm very, very lucky, and I think one of the reason why I learned a lot is through this event. So I've met a lot of coffee people, and they've shared a lot of information, or they've teach me a lot of things about coffee. And that's that's actually the concept what I used for my Lavazza competition. So one of the opportunities I've got in the coffee industry is to learn new information and skills through the people that I have met here in the coffee industry. So yeah, and then apart from that, I have the opportunity to try amazing coffees.
Wow, this is the unique story actually. You not came from as a barista, and you just were an organizer, started to work as a secretary, and you just ended up in a wonderful coffee world.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Exactly.
Could you please explain a little bit to the audience who is Mr. Khalid and what is the Coffee Museum is?
Yeah, so Mr. Khalid is, we call him Coffee Baba. He's our father of coffee here in UAE. Mr. Khalid is the national coordinator for SCA UAE chapter, and he's the reason why a lot of this opportunity, I've had a lot of these opportunities because Mr. Khalid have opened these doors for me. So yeah, and he owns Coffee Museum. So and Coffee Museum is actually the first coffee museum here in the Middle East and Africa. So MENA region, yeah.
Yeah, that's a wonderful place. I think there are lots of guests every day. It's a very touristic area, and of course, I advise our audience, if you have any chance to pass by, to immerse yourself in the coffee culture. This is the best place to start. Yeah, especially if you're a beginner, so you can see the whole history, because I think Mr. Khalid has like the perfect collection of old equipment as well, not only books, right?
Coffee antiques from different parts of the country.
Yeah, what is your favorite department of museum?
In the museum, one is the literature room, and then the next one is the brew bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so to learn information, I always stay inside the literature room, read a lot of books, because Mr. Khalid has a massive collection of different coffee books from different famous writers in coffee, actually.
Yeah,
so
and also in different languages, as I saw.
Exactly. We also have Russian there, like
every
a lot.
Language. Yeah,
a lot. And that room is really special for me. Yeah, that's my one of the favorite room in Coffee Museum.
Nice. And so definitely you have lots of customers there. But what is your position in Coffee Museum? You work as a barista, or you're handling like operations?
Operations and admin. And sometimes barista also. All around, actually.
Okay.
Sometimes technician. I'm trying to fix some stuff
machines?
at Coffee Museum also. Yeah.
Nice. Wonderful. So could you please tell me what are the challenges which you faced when you organized the first coffee event, and what it was, the very first one? Can you recall something?
Yeah, sure. 2017. Yes, as I told you, it's my very, very first event that Mr. Khalid have volunteered me to do, and I don't have any idea at all. It's very new to me. So I was assigned inside, like whoever the volunteer is. So I'm telling you right now, whatever you're doing, I've done it before. So before, the first place where I volunteered is inside the barista practice room. So yeah, and so I was told that you just have to watch for their practice time. So, and then it's hard because you need to tell people off that sorry, your practice time is over, you need to go out. As I was advised, only those who are in the schedule should be here. And then everyone would like, no, because I need my stuff, I should be here, where should I go? So there's quite a lot of challenges, and then again, it's very, very new to me. So, and then the next one, also same year, 2017, but for a different championship, it was Brewers Cup, and then I was assigned as a scorekeeper.
Oh, that's a very responsible one.
Yes, that's very difficult because it's though you just need, they already have a format, so
Yeah.
you just need to type in or plug in the scores. However, I didn't know that there's already that like a file, ready file that you just need to plug. So I tried to create a new file that's so because everyone was busy. So I was just asking that. So should I just plug it in? Yeah, plug it in. But I don't have the file. So I just did it. I didn't want to bother everyone because everyone's busy running around. And then I tried to create the file, and then it's almost awarding time, and I still haven't finished
Oh.
the scorekeeping. But luckily, people in the community the coffee people are very helpful. So at that moment, what happened? I'm not yet done. So everyone stepped in and then helped me. It was Lucas, Cynthia, Sylvia, because I'm already crying. I said, I'm not finished yet. I don't know. And then they're giving me ice cream or something sweet just to calm me down. And then they helped me. So everything was done. And then, yeah. There's a file. There's a file, an
Yeah,
easy
there is,
file. I didn't have to create a whole new file just to type in the score. It's there. There's a file. So that's another learning for me. And then eventually I just it just flow naturally, and then I just keep reading the rules and regulations. Yeah. In every championship, there's 50, 60 pages in each that I really have to read and understand. And then I'm observing. Yeah, but up until now, there's a
Yeah.
lot of challenges. It's always there.
Yeah, absolutely. Challenges and changes every
Exactly.
year.
Changes because even the rules change.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and you need to learn again and again.
We need to keep reading and reading, yeah.
But what are some challenges? Or maybe some scary stories when you maybe failed something, it was your fault. Have you ever got this experience? Like maybe there was some fault of you, or everything was smooth in your organizing?
It never. I don't think it's always smooth, but maybe some items that's been left out or forgotten. Yeah,
Coffee stuff.
exactly. And I think I did like last time in the World of Coffee, 20 last year 2022. So the table set up. So I just because everyone's so busy, and I thought I've checked everything, but then the position of the table is not correct. So the electricity has been installed. You cannot move the table. So basically what we do, we have to use just one table. But luckily at that moment, so you already that table is no longer gonna be able to be used for a break championship. So we just run off with one station, which is okay because we didn't have that much competitor at that time, 6. Luckily, thanks God that it's not a major not major mistake. But it's always, there's something that even though I have a lot of checklist, but still,
Wow.
I would still miss something because human errors happens. But at least we will be able to work on it.
Yeah, cool. But what are the maybe rewards you have after the competition? So competitions finished, for instance, and you have some reward, like maybe some gifts from sponsors or I don't know, the praise from the audience, from the competitors.
Unfortunately, there's no reward. The rewarding feeling is that you've had a successful event. Sometimes thanks is enough from competitors or from the people who have seen the event that it was a success, and then they give you thanks or appreciation for what has been done for the coffee community. Most of the time, just because rewards from sponsors, definitely a no. That's not allowed. So,
I see.
But the rewarding feeling is after the event, I get to have a day off or two to sleep and relax, to recuperate, and then be prepared for the next event. But sometimes there is like a bonus from Mr. Kali
Restaurant dinner.
or from Garfield, a dinner. Yeah.
Nice, nice. But what was the most memorable story of yours organizement? Like maybe you got something like which you didn't expect, maybe some surprise or something happened, like you gathered together, maybe you went to the camping or there was something like unique.
Something unique. I think that was 2018 World Chess Brick Championship. So it was the first world coffee event that I've been to, though it's in Dubai. It's and it's the first time that I've seen a lot of like all stars. It's my first time seeing Alexandria Nicolai champions from different countries, and then the WCE people that I looked up to. Yeah. And we went for a very nice dinner at Bab Al Shams.
What is that?
It's like a luxury place in the middle of the desert, and it was a really, really nice dinner. Yeah, with everyone, and then cute dancing. Yeah. So it's a really unforgettable experience for me.
Yeah,
because
sure.
I'm with a lot of different coffee people from different parts of the world.
Yeah, that's so nice. I think it was very energetic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. So, what's in your point of view an organizer must have? Like, which skills?
I think the number one is patience, and patience because you'll meet a lot of people. I mean, every people are different. There you would face a lot of like irate person, or I mean it could, in the championship competitors, coaches or their team, because pressure is there, so there's a lot of emotion, so you just need to be patient and understanding, because you would really hear a lot of words that's not nice. So if you're too soft, I believe before I was too soft because I would cry. It hurts. It hurts because I mean we're all human. So if whatever they say, it kind of hurts. Especially before when I don't have any idea, and then people were like, you don't know what you're doing and you're doing a championship. So I tried to, and I'm happy because I from that I just took it as a like a criticism for me to improve myself. And then but up until now it's there. So if you're onion skinned, as what we like, if you're too sensitive, it's really not for you, because there's a lot of emotions there, especially if you're not winning.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
It's always blame it, whatever happened, blame it to the organizer, blame it to the judges.
No one blames himself but the others.
So I mean, you just need to understand that it's not, maybe it's not them talking at that moment, it's the emotion. So
have you ever like faced up with these stories? I think you've seen lots of competitors and competitions, but maybe you got something like funny or like, again, something very scary from competitors. Maybe someone like threatened you.
A lot. Actually, a lot since 2017. A lot.
People should know how not to behave.
Yes, exactly. That's why even though we tried a lot to have everyone sign the code of conduct, but I mean, still you cannot control emotion if it's rage, especially if it's a raging emotion. It's kind of hard, but I mean, just now I just don't take it personally.
You just don't
really,
think, don't focus.
yeah. If you're really into organizing, so it's always there. It cannot be perfect. I mean, it would never be perfect. There's always like, no matter how you do your event checklist, I would still forget something. Yeah, so it's kind of frustrating, of course, because like I always ask myself, I've been doing this for a lot of times, but I still forget about this very little things, but it would still affect. Yeah, so the frustration is there, but you just need to work on it. And especially a lot like especially if you're a volunteer, so we always face this. There are people who would ask, I mean, who would treat you differently just because you're a volunteer. So that's the ache that I have from some people, that okay, they do you not understand that we are volunteering our personal time. It's our personal time. We are not, like, volunteers are not paid for that to do their thing. They came to support, to help, for you to have a platform to show your skills. But you should, like, as I told someone very recently, if you are nice, we can be nice, right?
Yeah,
You can ask nicely, we can do it nicely, but just don't be rude, especially to the volunteers who have, and the judges. Everyone who's involved there dedicated their time, their precious time for that specific event. So at least, of course, you yourself, you also like dedicated your time. You know how it is. You've been practicing. That's your effort. So we try to reciprocate. So it's not, like, everyone involved has their own share of, like, uplifting this community, all of us. So I think that's what I really want to see, like, we all be nice to each other.
I absolutely agree with you, because I've been volunteering a lot. I have organized lots of competition in my country. Also, I have competed. So actually, I know every side of competition.
Exactly.
And of course, I mean, it's not only about competitions. Like, we have to be equal with anyone. But volunteers, yes, all of us, judges, volunteers, organizers, we share our time, compassion for this community, and we build nice people, nice world. So we do it for ourselves as well. So let's respect each other, respect everyone's time. I think it's very important topic to spread out.
Exactly.
Because sometimes people, they just visit events and they don't understand who are behind it.
And what it's been like before you actually have this whole stage, how long it takes for us to prepare. So I've got asked one time that, imagine the efforts of the competitors. They've spent so much time to practice, to spend for their coffees, for their presentation. But that's why I asked. So, did we not reciprocate that effort? Because I believe we did. As much as we could, we've tried our best to give you this platform. So it didn't take a day or two for us to build this. It took a lot of, like, months to prepare for that. Because we understand, all of us understand that it's hard. I myself, I competed just for me to understand how it is. Because I've been on the backstage preparing, organizing, but I've never competed in the coffee competition. I've tried throwdowns, but that's different. It's more fun environment, but not as as strict as the barista competition or this type of competition. So I tried to compete to understand this time how it is if you're competing. So I realized, there's a lot of energy that you have to invest, and the emotions also. But I also understand that as a competitor, I also need to respect the organizers because it's always two to tango.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, this is the next question from me. What do you think competitors must do before and after competition?
Before and after, as a competitor, I think this is especially here, like the rules and regulations that they really have to understand, because this is what I've noticed. Sometimes the question is answerable if you read the rules.
Absolutely.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's there, but you still have to. I mean, I understand. Maybe it's the pressure, and you missed that specific thing. But I think everything is in the rules and regulations.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just have to read that. I know, I understand. There's a lot to read. I mean, there's 56
Lots of letters.
yes, like 50
But you
and
can
so
download
pages.
it digitally.
And it's easier to just ask, hey, is it there?
Yeah.
Because someone would just ask it for you. Don't need to. Yeah, but
Yeah, I can't imagine amount of questions you
Yeah,
got like,
majority.
before competition.
But actually, majority of the
About
questions
rules?
sometimes is on the rules, and it can be answered.
You have to have templates.
Yeah. Actually, sometimes what I do, sometimes I just screenshot the area and then
Yeah.
the page or the section, like you can read this page. I think it would answer your question, because I don't want to really answer that specific question, because it might deem as I'm coaching.
Yeah,
I
and also
don't.
it's like
it don't-
responsibility.
Exactly. That's
And he will blame you like, okay,
Yeah.
she told me.
Because sometimes, actually, not sometimes, it happens that she told me.
Yeah.
I get to blame. I get the
Yeah.
blame for that. So it's easier. So I'm sorry that if I'm answering you with a screenshot, or because I think that's more appropriate.
Yeah, right. So you competed in Lavazza competition, right?
Yeah.
And why you choose this competition? And tell us please about the concept of this championship.
Well, I competed there because it's one of the opportunity that I can compete, like an actual competition, not a throwdown, and it's really like a national level competition. But I know it's not. It's different from SEA because I cannot compete there due to conflict, because I'm organizing. And then when they opened the registration for that, actually, when I registered, I don't have any idea what's gonna happen. So I just registered. It's just me, like, being spontaneous adventures, that okay, I wanna compete here. It's I think I'm allowed, so it's open for everyone, so I think I have a chance to compete. And then I just registered, and then I got the confirmation email, and then I saw the rules. It's an actual barista competition where you have to do same as the
Three categories of drinks, yeah?
three. You need to present espresso, milk beverage, and signature, though with a twist, and you need to use their coffee. So I was like, it's a barista championship. Luckily, Lyndon is very supportive. So one call, because I know that he was the previous champion for Lavazza, and I asked him, please, can you coach me, can you train me? And then he didn't say no. So I am really thankful and saved, because I have no idea what's gonna happen. And then they trained me, Lyndon, Mikay, Coach Aldrin, Mondrick, also everyone in Gold Box, and they coach and sponsored, and I was so thankful, grateful for everyone there.
Wow, you
And
had a
everyone
strong team.
everyone in the community who really reached out. What do you need? Because they're all happy to see me competing.
Yeah, of course.
To-
I think everyone asked me, yeah, you should compete, you should compete. Yeah.
they're so happy when they heard that, really, you're competing. I said, yeah. And luckily, I won the national level for Lavazza.
Did you expect that you're gonna win?
No, actually, because when we did the elimination, the preliminary round, there's like about 60 competitors, and they're
60?
yeah, 60.
No. How?
60 competitors like it's a elimination round. So
Okay.
only 10 goes to the national.
Elimination round, what is the difference between final?
So it's they're doing it only at Lavazza showroom. So there's and then there are time slot. It's like you're auditioning. And then when you're okay, you get into the so only 10 out of 60 were only 10 left.
Okay.
But I was also confident that we will make it because I have a great team behind me who've exerted so much effort and their time to build our routine. And I was, to reciprocate those, I told I need to win this. So in my mind, even during the preliminary round, as our coach says, Coach Aldrin, Coach Lidon, when you perform there, you should perform for the national level. So that's what we did. And luckily, we were able to get into the national round. We're only 10 of us competing. And then, even though that, we're into specialty, that's a different thing. Because we don't know how they've done it, so it's a whole new different thing for us. So we were lucky also to be able to be there. And then when we're competing for the nationals, as per coach says, compete like you're in the world level. So that's what we did. And then thankfully I won the national. So it's my first coffee competition and I won.
Nice.
And I'm really, really grateful for the great team that I have on my back. So yeah, and in a few days we're competing for the world, and we're gonna be competing against 4 other country represent. So in each country we will have like 3 representative. So total of 15 competitors from different countries we're gonna compete against in Italy.
Wow, when it will be?
On January 26th.
Oh wow, it's so
in
soon.
few days,
in
yeah.
few days. Oh wow,
In few
good
days.
luck. So
So
you're in the process of preparation. Like, have you changed the program or you stick to the same one?
Actually, it's different now. So when we did the national, we need to prepare espresso, milk, beverage, and signature. But this time, it's only signature.
Oh,
Imagine that.
No way.
So it's a fight against who has the best presentation for the signature beverage.
oh wow.
And we're 15
Interesting.
competitors. So yeah.
Wow. So anyway, it will be in Italy, in Lavazza factories over there.
In Turin.
In Turin.
Torino.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Anyway, you will.
We look forward to that. Yeah. So
we
we
should have some extra days there.
Yeah, we will have a few days
Enjoy
in
Italy.
Turin. Yeah. So I'm really excited, and I really hope to represent UAE well, because I like pressure also because you're bringing the whole coffee
Yeah.
community with you. You're representing a whole coffee community. So
Sure.
team UAE.
Please share us stories, make some posts.
Yes, and
we
I
need to
hope-
see more from
Yeah,
this
and I
competition.
would like to ask everyone's support for that. So
Of course.
cheer for us. So and
Yes.
I think you can watch live. I think they'll be posting it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Please share it as well.
On 26th. So yeah,
Nice.
if everyone can show their love and support, it's greatly appreciated.
Wow!
Yeah,
Wow!
to cheer for us.
I'm happy
so
for you.
we are 3 representative from UAE.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Me, Cheryl, and Ever. So we're all going there, and we hope to really represent UAE well. We've been practicing
Awesome.
straight. We didn't have. I think right after World of Coffee Dubai, we just sleep a day, and then the next day we started practicing again.
Oh my
Though
God.
we previous months, like we tried to squeeze in some time, like we scheduled for practice because we really want to bring home the trophy for UAE.
Yes, please,
Yeah.
please do that. Do that.
Yes.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Nice. I think your preparation for Lavazza, it was very smooth. You didn't scare you at all. It looked like, okay, you got nice team and you were like, okay, everything was smooth. Yeah, isn't it?
It was smooth there, but it's really scary.
Yeah.
I'm really nervous performing. Yeah, it's a whole new experience for me because I mean, being backstage organizing, I've never really performed in front of a judge, like score. I mean, I think way back in college or at school, I've been competing, but it's something different. Like that's a dance competition or something,
Yeah.
not in front of a judge and with someone really watching your every move. That's really different. So it gives you a bit of anxiety, but you really have to pull it off. Because for me, in the back of my mind, it's I need to do this. Not perfect, but at least the best of the best that I can do because I have a great team behind me and I want to represent them well. Yeah, not just I and on my mind when when I decided that I want to compete, I said if I want to compete, I really want to win. I really want to win, so because I don't want all the efforts of the team just to be wasted, though, or I really want to give the best that I can do and
Absolutely.
enjoy.
Yeah, this is the
It-
main thing about the
it's
competition. You need to
it's
enjoy that.
nerve-wracking, but I want to at least enjoy the moment.
Yeah, nobody pushes you. Yeah, it's like it's you.
Yeah,
You have
that's
to.
yeah. The pressure that I give myself is more
Yeah,
actually
yeah, it's
than the
you.
pressure that actually they're not really actually giving me pressure. It's me
Yeah.
giving myself a
Yes.
lot of pressure.
Yeah. Have you got any like aha moment after competing in competition? Like, that's why baristas do that. I never known before I had competed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've had this actually not just after I competed, during the practice itself.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at them competing, I said, they make it
Yeah, from the
look
other side, it's
yes,
different
exactly.
rather
when
than
you're
being a
when you're just
competitor.
watching, they make it look so easy in their presentation, so smooth. That's why I really I am really inspired by all the competitors, everyone who have competed, because it really takes a lot of courage and I mean how you can present it so smooth in front of everyone.
Yes.
That's and like every move, and I thought that I know how. And when I started practice, I thought I know how to make coffee, but when I'm doing it there, because it's different, it's really different. You have 15 minutes
Sure
to
thing,
do
yeah.
everything. It's really different. So I mean I mean salute to all the competitors. Really, it's rewarding feeling.
Yeah, I
And
think.
also and I really commend them for all this, because I mean with all this competition, they're really uplifting or the standards of our community. I mean, I've seen way back 2017 when I started, it's different now.
It's way too far.
Way
Yeah,
too far.
absolutely. And,
We're on. I mean, we've traveled a
Yeah.
very far journey, and it's really rewarding feeling. And I'm really happy and thankful to those people who stood up and showed their guts to compete
yeah.
and showed us world class performances. I mean, what I did is far from what they're doing, because I think mine is a bit easy. So for them, it's more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I
agree.
really appreciate all of them, and I mean, I am so inspired by all of them, because it's really not an easy thing to do. It's really tough.
Yeah, frankly speaking, competition, it's not 15 or 10 minutes performance. Competition is the time
Yeah.
which you devote before
Exactly.
competing. Yeah, that's some people don't understand. Like, okay, I will come on the stage and I will perform and show yourself. No.
Yeah.
So the more you train yourself, the more you push yourself, And competition, the performance time is just the result.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine some of them, they've been practicing for years already. Imagine this time, how long it took them for them to perform for 15 minutes on stage, one shot. Imagine you only have one shot of 15 minutes or 10 minutes to show what you've been practicing for a year, for months.
Yeah.
That's really something. So to really polish your routine, it took a lot of time, and then you're only doing it for 15 minutes
Yeah.
or less. So really, hats off to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be given a
Applause.
big round of applause.
Yeah. And what would be your advice for future competitors? If people want to compete, what should they know? What is the secret?
I think the secret there is a great team.
Yeah.
Because it takes if you do it alone, I mean, yes, you can do it alone, but it's gonna be very, very hard. So what's very important, I think, apart from the concept, apart from the coffee, what would really takes you to the top is a great team.
Yeah.
And that's what what based on my experience, a great team will take you a long way.
Yeah, I think you've seen it a lot
Yeah,
in
I've
your
seen
eyes,
it.
right?
Yeah, I've seen it. And I've seen, like, based on my observation from everyone who've competed, having a really great team to support you is that's really what would take you far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, awesome. So now you can call yourself as a barista or as a barista professional or barista organizer. How would you identify yourself after that?
Yeah, I've been the jack of all trades. So, yeah, I've been a barista since 2017 also, and actually that's something funny. Like when people find out that, hi, so you know how to make coffee? Yes, of course I can. I can organize and I can do coffee as well. So yeah, I've invested a lot of time and effort to also learn. I've enrolled in a lot of SEA classes because I really want to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I really don't want to stop on that level that, okay, I only have to organize.
Yeah, otherwise
Why
it will
should
be
I?
routine. Yeah.
Right? No, it's different because from that moment, I've been very passionate about coffee, and I take every chances. If I can learn, I would take that chance. I would definitely learn. So apart from organizing, I always tend to think of investing on myself to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. This is also the other advice for all coffee enthusiasts and baristas. Just invest in education. Yeah. Education is a power.
Exactly. And also, like, I mean, like, from me, I started off as an admin. So I think this is what I would recommend. Don't focus on just one skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I myself, like, I'm confident to say that I can do different things. So I'm not just an organizer for events. I can do office stuff. I can be a barista. So put me in any department, I can do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I always I tell myself that you should not have just one skill.
Yeah, especially in this century. No way.
Exactly. And that helps, actually. That really helps. I mean,
and it's useful for the brain.
if you struggle at one, you can do another one.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I just need to keep on learning. And I think that's the best advice that I could tell everyone. Don't focus on one.
Yeah, I agree. Being an organizer is quite tough and stressful job.
Yes.
How do you manage the pressure from everyone, like judges, volunteers, audience, everyone? How do you have something like technique, I don't know, to breathe in, breathe out a few times, or what is your
Before, I tend to do, like, I'm so afraid to ask people for help. But now, no. Whatever help that I can get, I would really ask, because as I realize, you cannot do it all alone. You need people to help you. So do it one at a time, and ask whatever help you can get. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad to ask for help, because it's not a one man job. So yeah, that's I think how I was able to really pull it off is because there's a lot of people who are really willing to help now.
You should trust people and delegate.
Yeah, volunteers who have turned friends, and they really ask you, what can I help? What can I do to help you? So yeah, before it's really tough, but now no, because I have a lot of people who are really helpful. Yeah.
That's amazing that we
And
have such a wonderful community.
Yeah, and it's nice because we are all at one community, and they've seen it, and I'm really grateful that they've seen all this effort, because it's not just for us, it's not just for me, it's for all of us.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
us to share this platform, and I am really thankful that these people are here to really help.
Yeah. That's awesome. Awesome. And how would you describe UAE coffee community? How do you see that?
I see UAE coffee. It's beautiful. Yeah, and like from way back 2017 until now that I am here, we are a growing family. Like we are a growing family, and it's really fun because we are so active.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are really so active, like events here, events there, and I mean, to really show our skills, and everyone's so competitive.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen here. So in every year you will see someone really striving, and again, I'm thankful for them because it really lifts everyone up. It lifts our standard, because if you're this competitive, of course someone would want to be as competitive in a way that helps all of us to grow, not compete against each other, that brings us down, but in a competitive way that everyone is really growing. And that's what I think is really beautiful in this community, and I mean from before where we are right now.
Yeah.
And it's
Because eventually, every one of us, we want coffee be better.
exactly.
It doesn't matter where you work. Are we competitors in different roasteries, different companies? No, we want coffee world be better.
Yeah,
That's it.
for all of us to have, I think, like all of us share a wonderful cup of coffee, and I think I'm really proud of the UAE coffee community. It's really fascinating, and then everyone's so helpful.
Yeah.
Everyone, apart from the competition itself, which is there, and we cannot take it. But I mean, that type of competition really helps us to grow as a community, and how many roasteries before to how many roasteries now, how many cafes now. It's really growing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
and
words. Good words.
I am really happy to see that,
Awesome.
how
Awesome.
we grow.
And which events are we gonna see this year in the coffee scene? Can you tell us something?
Yeah, so right now we are planning ahead which competition's gonna happen soon. So yeah, stay tuned. We will for sure. And I think you should invite Mr. Khalid, and Mr.
Yes.
Khalid
He'll
tells you
tell.
which event we will
For now,
have.
it's non-disclosure.
Exactly.
Something is gonna happen anyway. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
because I mean, World of Coffee would be back 2014. So
Yeah.
apart from that, there's gonna be different event. AeroPress Championship also, that's annually. So
Yeah.
look forward to that. And then, yeah, national competition. But we'll see which one. We just want to see our champions compete first in Athens. So we have three champions going to Athens, Greece. So we have Mariam competing in both Ibrick and
Yeah.
Barista, two categories. And then we have Ibrahim for Brewers Cup, Mark Uy for Cup Tasters.
Yeah.
They're all gonna go to Athens, World of Coffee Athens to compete for World Championship. And then World Latte Art Championship on November. Mondrick, my love, is competing there. So yeah, we have a bunch of champions that we need to support. So let's see first, and then we will find out which national championship we will hold before. Oh,
Wow.
for this year.
Awesome. Can't
Yeah.
wait, because in coffee events, you feel like
Yeah.
you're a part of the community.
Exactly. And I mean, that's how, events like that connects people. So it's a really, for everyone if you, whether you're a beginner or whether you've been in the community for too long, this type of events really connects us. And how would you know this person is from when you see them in this type of events?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, do you have any role model in coffee industry? Not necessarily from UAE coffee community, maybe someone you follow, and maybe some YouTube videos you can recommend.
For me, I quite have a lot actually, but from the very, very beginning, Stavros.
Oh,
Yeah, Agapi Mu. Yeah, Stavros, Raha, Lindon, Mikay, Aldrin also, and Mr. Khalid in terms of SCA, bunch of people. You
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, like all these things. Like our UAE national champions, I look up to all of you because I've seen how like the works you do for like how you invested in yourself in terms of professional and how like in terms of competition, you've been how many championships you've been to judging. So I look up to all of you because you inspire me.
That's
Because
good to hear. Yeah.
like for me as I mentioned earlier, that I don't want to like what I have right now. I still want to learn more. So maybe judging or being a trainer. So I look up to everyone. Like all of you have inspired me to do all of this actually.
Yeah, that's so sweet. That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Everyone that I've met here, everyone that I've from Michael, Macaulay from the WCE reps, Kasha, Lauro, everyone's so amazing. And what they've reached, where they are right now, it's really inspiring.
Yeah, it's motivation, at
Yeah.
least, to stay in the coffee
Yeah.
community.
Stavros especially. Yeah. in the whole coffee world. And then here in UAE, from the very, very beginning, Lindon, Micaela, it's really amazing what they've done. So from there up until now, who they are right now. So yeah, it's just really inspiring because I think if I see all of you like this, it's like I always have. I think it's not just me. Some like the baristas that are new in specialty coffee, especially here, or new in the community. Like when we saw like, okay, these are the guys who have really made it here. So I think I can be like them, or I hope I can be like them, how they are right now. I think, or I hope in the next 5 years or 10 years, I can also achieve.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so inspirational, I think.
Yeah.
Besides competing in Italy, What are your nearest goals in the coffee field? Maybe you want to compete in other competitions somehow. I don't know.
I think in competing, I'm not sure yet as of the moment. I'm still because I have to invest a lot of a lot of time and efforts for that. If it's not if it's not conflicting with the other events that I do, yes, maybe I will not close the doors of opportunity for that. However, right now I want to invest more into having like maybe becoming a trainer because I also want to train people, and I see myself because I think right now I see myself training people, and because it's fun when you're sharing your knowledge, right? 'Cause
Yeah, absolutely agree.
so I think that's what I want to become right now.
Awesome, awesome. I wish you good luck in this
Yeah,
path. I think you can
thank
do it.
It's not gonna be easy, but
Yeah, it takes time. You just need to go for it.
I'm in for it. So
Yeah, for sure.
bring
for
it
sure.
on.
What do you wish everybody understands about a barista job?
Yeah, this I always have this thing like because some are being discriminated for working like they're just a barista, they're just preparing coffee. No, it's a skill. I mean, it's a skill, and it's a humble or respectable job. Yeah, because I've heard a lot that why do you just work as a barista?
Try to walk in my shoes, right?
Right? Excuse me. Just I don't think you understand what being a barista is. So this is what I also try to tell people that I know, especially sometimes it's a relative who's telling us this. Get a real job. This is a real job. And this is what they don't understand, that they think that we're just earning peanuts for this. No, I said maybe if it's your stepping stone, but not there's a whole a lot of possibilities or opportunities as a barista. I mean, that's your stepping stone, and the satisfaction that we get when we're preparing a wonderful cup of coffee, an amazing cup of coffee. I think it's not just it's rewarding, it's satisfying, and it's also like being an expat here. It's fulfilling our needs.
Yeah.
The salary that we earn here, it fulfills our needs, sometimes wants. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a humble and respectable job. So whenever someone tells me that get a real job or what do you get from working as a barista, I get a lot. I get a lot of connections. I get to learn a lot from a lot of people, and because there's a lot of things, wonderful things to know about coffee. It's not just because for them it's just three in one. That's what that's what they perceive, and then so it's a long way. There's a long way in terms of education, but yeah, I think I'm also happy because there's a lot of people who truly understand how it is, or how it is to work as a barista, or they respect or they think of it as an actual job. So as a professional job.
Yeah,
We're
it
all
is an
professional.
occupation. Yeah,
Exactly.
of course. Yeah. Well, and last question. What are you passionate about in your life? How do you spend your free time besides coffee?
Yeah, free time besides coffee. So I really want to spend more time with family. Yeah, so I miss them. So I mean, here they are my motivation to really work hard. So because it's different when you're an expat here. So you work hard so you can go home, so you can see your family, and yeah. So and then when I spend time talking to them, or with Mon, because both of us were really busy the whole day, and then we only get to see each other at home. So we really try to spend more time. Before, I think going out, visiting different coffee shops, but these days when I think it's when you're getting old, you feel more warmth, and you feel more cozy at home. So
Yeah.
watching, and when you're spending time with the whole family and cooking for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Oh, so sweet. And I found this very inspirational conversation, very wonderful. And I think lots of people will understand after this episode about the organizer's job,
Yeah.
what's behind the scene, right? And yeah, it was very interesting to speak with you, Kiah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time. And of course, good luck in Italy. So
Thank
please
you.
bring
Yeah.
trophy here.
I really, really, really hope that I could really represent UAE well in
Yes.
that competition. And yeah, thank you so much for inviting me and for allowing me to show or to share my experiences, or share this. I, to have everybody be aware, like share some awareness, or to share how it is, to let them understand how it is doing, because it's really not an easy job.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. Thank you so much, dear. And
Thank you.
this was Coffee People in Middle East podcast. Thank you so much for the listening. Bye bye. Thanks for the listening. If you enjoy those conversations as much as I do, consider supporting my podcast. The best support from you would be your likes and sharing of my Instagram page, or if you buy coffee from Raw Story directly from me. And if you need any education program, either SEA certification or coffee consulting for your coffee shop, please hit me up.